And then could you give me a little check in there?
1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
Is that your your check that you do?
No, it's not.
I always wonder what people do. And you chose odd numbers.
I think it's because it was the bathroom code at this one really bad New York bagel place here in LA.
Oh, was it a Western Bagels? Where'd you go?
No, it was called Noah's New York Bagels.
Whenever it says New York Bagels, I'm like, I know you're lying.
Yeah, and then we looked it up, and they're actually like owned by Pret a Manger or whatever. That like they're owned by Pret, so they're like a chain. It's like not even.
Damn.
It's not even like a real
not
authentic.
Even Noah's.
Noah isn't even.
Who's Noah?
Real. I don't know.
God.
You tell me.
I will actually. I'll get down to it.
Yeah, you should.
Hi, this is Once to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and I'm joined by Daffo.
Hi.
It's always a crapshoot whether or not I'm going to look at you to introduce yourself or if I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And I decided to do both.
Okay, good. Yeah, awesome.
So that's on me. I'm so sorry. How are you enjoying your time in California?
It's good. I've been here quite a bit over the past few years.
Yeah.
I went to high school in Idlewild, California.
Oh, okay.
And then I recorded Pest here, my EP, in West Hollywood.
Nice.
I don't know what part of it was.
End of the free,
yeah, somewhere.
So was that like a performing arts high school?
Yeah, it was. It was. I went for my last 2 years of high school.
Cool.
It's called Idlewild Arts Academy.
Nice.
Yeah.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from right outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Where?
It's called Wynwood. I used to live in Havertown.
Okay, I grew up in New Jersey, like 45 minutes from Philly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you're also right outside of Philly.
Yeah.
What part of New Jersey?
It's called Robbinsville, New Jersey, but it's really little.
Okay.
It's in like Mercer County, so kind of by Princeton.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time in New Jersey. That was like where I started gigging. Was
Oh,
up in
really?
like the Maplewood, South Orange area.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's where I played like my first show and like maybe like 30 show, like 40 shows, like
Whoa.
a lot of shows in high school. I played there.
The Jersey scene is like weirdly very good.
Yeah, it is.
It's like there's a little DIY scene underground. Also, I have to confess that I know your band like by proxy, kind of. My producer, Connor Hansen, also produces Screenager.
Oh yeah, Screenager is fucking dope. And
Yes.
yeah, I love
So
them.
we've talked about Screenager so much.
Yeah, that's
I'm like,
so
this
cool.
is so funny.
Yeah, also a Jersey band. So,
I know.
yeah.
I love New Jersey.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm happy you're in California and surviving, kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of throwing up a little, and that's how it
just
goes.
a little bit. Yep, once in a while.
Occasionally throughout the day.
Yeah, occasionally throughout the day.
It's just California does that to you.
Yeah, right.
Well, how has tour been going? You're currently on tour with Sir Chloe.
It's been really fucking great. Okay, am I allowed to curse on this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Really motherfucking great.
Really motherfucking great. Genuinely, like, feels so right. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this, and like, playing shows is one of my favorite things in the whole world, and the fact that I just like get to do it almost every day is really awesome. And I love my bandmates. We're just like, I'm literally just like having the best time ever, except for my stomach, which has been weird as fuck.
It's always something has to balance you out.
Yeah.
The force of nature.
Yeah. Can't be too good. If it was all going well, then like
Something would be wrong.
something would be
Something bigger.
Something bigger would be wrong.
Well, how did your band and you meet?
So Adri and I met. Adri's the bass player and does backup vocals and is in Screenager.
Love.
Adri and I met at like the first show I ever played when I was like 15.
Oh my God.
In like South Orange,
New Jersey.
Yeah. So Adri was playing like a Screenager set and I was playing a Gabby Gamberg set.
Awesome.
And yeah, we met then, and then like we played a few shows together at, like separate bands just in the Jersey scene. And then like anytime I have the chance to like add another band to the bill, I'm always like, Adri, come up.
Screenager.
Yeah. And so Sam, the drummer, is Adri's boyfriend, but also is the drummer in Screenager.
Yes.
So yeah, I met him maybe like 2 years ago, just because I had Screenager coming to play certain shows in New York when I moved there. And then Wyatt, the guitarist, I met him in like October of last year.
Oh, cool.
He was playing a set with his band Citrus Maxima.
Awesome name.
Yeah, they broke up, but really, they were really great. The thing is,
previously awesome name.
I saw them at Berlin under A. They were opening for my friend's like album release show.
Yeah.
And I was like, Wyatt is so good. Like this, I was like, this guy is so fucking good. Like, I need him in my band. Like, I just need, like, whatever he's doing, like, I just need it to sound like that.
Yeah.
So I went up to him after the show and was like, I'm poaching you. Those are my words. I was like, I'm poaching you. And his girlfriend came up and was like, who the fuck are you? And I was like, no. I mean, like, please.
Not in that way.
Like, please play my band. And he was like, okay, yeah, like, whatever. Like, here, like, sure. Like, here's my number. And he was like, who the fuck is this person?
Mostly out of fear.
Yeah.
He said yes.
Yeah. He was like, okay. And then he was like, yeah, like, send me your music or whatever. And so I sent him the music and he was like, oh shit. Like, this is actually really good. So
he's like, now I actually mean it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we played a couple New York shows, and then after the EP started doing so well, he was like, he works in the parks department. He works at Central Park. So cool. I was like, when we were just getting to talking, and he was like, yeah, like the one thing I want to do, like he was like, if I could do anything, it would be like to go on tour. And I was like, well, do I have some news for you, buddy? So that's,
quit your job.
Yeah. he might actually quit his job, which is like crazy.
Swag,
but
awesome.
I love him, and yeah, I don't know. We just like are always laughing.
Yeah.
It's like a weird thing. It's like, I don't know. They're really fun to be around. I don't know what we were talking about, but I love them. They're great.
No, it seems like you guys have a good bond.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to meet adult friends where you just like have that sort of innocent, like, and we love each other and we're laughing.
Yes.
And you're touring across the country and don't hate each other. That's so rare.
Yeah. I mean, like they could be lying to me. Maybe they're like,
maybe they hate you.
Maybe they actually hate me, but I don't hope that I don't think that's the case. We've all been friends for a little while, so
that's great.
Yeah.
And are you currently at Clive Davis, or did
I dropped out? I dropped out
Nice.
for this tour, and because I have always hated school. So
really,
yeah, I wasn't planning on going to college in the first place, but I did.
But then you did.
I did. I was like, okay, structure.
How did that work out?
It was good and bad. I mean, like, I met some of the best people, like some of my best friends that I've ever had in my life. And I'm like eternally grateful for that. And definitely like learned a little bit of stuff.
I learned a little.
Yeah. I mean, like half of it was just, I don't know, like school just always seems to be like a lot of busy work and a lot of stuff that just doesn't like totally resonate. But I feel like, I also feel like that program is like what you put in really matters. Mm-hmm. And I was playing shows like every weekend, and I was just like had so much going on outside of my classes that I just like was treating all of my assignments like I just had to get them done. And I didn't like, you know, when my assignment was like make this song, I'd be like, oh fuck, like I have to make this song, but it was like homework, so it wasn't like
right. So you weren't actually like caring about the song, you were caring about checking a box. Kind of.
So I don't just the school environment has like never been a great thing for me. I just have like really bad ADHD. It just like doesn't work out for me. So very glad to be out of school, but we'll see what happens when I'm not on tour and I like have to like make my day have things in it. I don't
but I mean, you graduate from college and then you still have to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, so it's sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
so
I still haven't figured it out. I graduated college like almost 2 years ago, and I'm still like, and I wake up and I'm supposed to get things done?
Yeah.
Question mark?
It's a very strange thing. It's like everything I do now is just my life.
Whoa. There's a lot that goes into that. Shit. Well, congrats on the Pest EP. It is truly doing so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm curious if listeners have never heard you before, what's the first song you'd want them to start with to get to know your music?
I think that the EP is in a specific order for a reason, and I think I would like everybody to listen to Collector first. To expose the shame collection, and upon reflection, I intend to stay on my way.
Why is that?
I think it is like a nice mixture of like singer-songwriter, like kind of like folk. Like the intro is just kind of like, I don't know, I just really like the lyrics, and I don't think it's like super intense, but then it has like this really big bridge that I really love. I don't know, I just think it's like a nice package of like all of the sounds that I like.
Yeah, it kind of
it
captures the whole range of the EP like all in one song.
Yeah. And I think I also just like, that's one of my favorites, and I just want people to hear it first.
It's kind of like deceiving in a way, because it starts out with like just you and that cool like buzzy guitar thing. Yeah. And then you get to the bridge and it's like a totally different song. Yeah. But I love that one too. I'm like having a resurgence with that. I like milked Good God to death.
That song can get really old.
No, but it doesn't. I told myself, I was like, you have to stop. I'm putting it down. But I love Collector, and like the concept of shame is very real, and I wish more people wrote about it, because it's shameful even to talk about.
I know. Every time I'm like, it's funny, like I'll be like writing in my journal, like, gosh, like I feel so like guilty, or like I feel awful about this one thing, and then I'm like, I feel awful saying that I feel awful, because that, you know, I just like, it's shame is a very vicious like cycle. It doesn't really like, it's hard to talk about because talking about it also feels shameful, but that's like the only way to kind of get through it. So it's very difficult to deal with shame, and it's also very like, it's a very early emotion, like in psychology, like a lot of your childhood memories are based around shame, because like it hits so hard.
I watched a video on TikTok recently. It was like some psychology talk. And it was about how like just like the simplest actions that a parent can do towards a young child can create this like seed of shame that will never be unlearned.
Exactly. And that's just
and isn't that awesome?
It's really, it seeps into everything you do, and it really fucking sucks. But
and also our corner of the world, I feel like, was very like Christian, and that that also spiraled, and that's my personal experience. So that's what I think about when I listen to Collector. But also the like organic sounds that you've created, I feel like are super showcased in that song. I'm curious about the production process of the whole EP too.
So I co-produced this EP with my friend Hudson Pollock, and a little bit with Jake Weinberg as well. They did most of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not, you know, co-produced is like it's not 50-50, but definitely they were able to like make these sounds come to life that I couldn't necessarily do by myself. So I what actually happened was we were working on Poor Madeline first.
Okay.
And we made a version of it, and we were like, it's not good. This is not right. It doesn't feel good. And me and Hudson, I was crying. I was like with Hudson, and we were like sitting on their bed, and I was just like, this whole EP is going to be so bad. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, Poor Madeline sounds like shit, and it has to be good, because there was all this pressure on me because of the TikTok blew up. And then Hudson was like, Gabby, like, let's just work on Collector. Like, let's just like leave Poor Madeline alone and work on Collector. I was literally, so the room that we recorded it in was this 1-bedroom apartment. It's like, it was a studio apartment. There's the bed in one corner, there's a couch, and then in the other corner is like the studio, which was just a desk and a bunch of microphones and cables and like amps. It was like one room, and I lived there for 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
And we made the album in that room. So I was sitting on the bed like, totally defeated. I was like, this isn't going to work out. I'd already been there for like a week, and I was only supposed to be there for 2 weeks, and like, it was horrible. And then Hudson was like playing the guitar and put on that like bit crusher, like that distortion that's on that guitar in the beginning.
It's so good.
And started playing, and we were like, oh, this is fucking sick. Like, and then we like just kept like adding, and like Collector just became this like savior, this like beacon of like hope for the EP. We were like, oh, this actually sounds like really fucking sick. Like, this sounds like how we wanted it to sound, and like more. And
It's crazy how thin the line is between being like wildly like crushed, uninspired, being like everything's gonna fall apart, and then one little sound.
Yeah, you're like one fucking plug-in away from like being inspired again. So
damn, yeah, put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. So
but you said that Poor Madeline like blew up on TikTok, and then was that what sparked you to record the entire EP, or were you already set to be like living in this space for 3 weeks and getting it done?
I had been planning on recording literally since Crisis Kit came out. I was like, okay, I'm ready to record the next thing.
Did you have all the songs written, or did you write them for the EP?
No. Poor Madeline Poor Madeline was, I think, written when I released Crisis Kit. Crisis Kit was like a lot of old music for me when we put that out when we recorded it when I was 16, put it out, I think, when I was 17. Stubbed her toe on the bed, sore reminder of the home she had. Screw the bed, screw the bed. Poor Madeline. I was like, I need to get these songs out because I'm sick of them and I just want to get rid of them. Yeah. And then at the time I was writing Poor Madeline and a song called like Runner's High and like this other song called Feel It For Me. These are all songs that might possibly come out that were like written around the same time as Poor Madeline.
Cool.
I forget the question.
I asked you so many questions at once, so that's okay. When Poor Madeline blew up on TikTok, you already were planning to record this entire EP.
Oh yeah, ever since I put out Crisis Kit, I was like, okay, I'm ready to like make the next thing.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of demos that didn't make it onto Pest.
Yeah.
A lot of old songs that will probably like never come out.
Yeah. But did that blowing up, did that like change how it all felt?
Yeah. I mean, I was just so busy. I had school, and so I never recorded anything. Like I never set aside the time to do it. And then finally The Experiment and Poor Madeline blew up, and Good God had a little moment as well. And I was like, okay, like I want to get my shit together. It's summer. I finally have a little bit of time. And then I went to LA to hang out with Hudson, and we made this EP. And I don't know. TikTok was never supposed to be a thing. Yeah, I'm really bad at answering these questions. I'm like going all over the fucking place.
You're fine.
My brain is so fried right now. But
I mean, yeah, you've been on tour. I feel you have every reason to be fried. Give yourself grace in your burnt outness.
Anyway, it would have been recorded without TikTok, and of course.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to do this since I was 13 years old, and I don't give a shit about TikTok. I think that making music is something that I would do whether people were hearing it or not.
Mm-hmm. TikTok,
answered over.
TikTok is kind of like a cat in that sense, where like the less you want it to like you, the more attention it gives you. Like you won't post for months, and then you post one thing just to like, I got this great video of Poor Madeline, like let me put it out there.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, give it to me now.
Yeah. Oh, the way that people talk to you on TikTok is so crazy too. Like the internet, people just like forget that you're a human being, and then they're like, I've had some really crazy messages and like
really.
Yeah.
It's really soul crushing, because like the thing that you want is for people to watch it, and then the more they watch it, the worse the interaction is.
Yeah. It also becomes like really cringe. Like all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is horrible. Like, why are people seeing this? And like,
I had one blow up. Now I've told this story too many times, but I had one blow up about me going to the dentist. Like I just told a story about me going to the dentist, and it has like millions of views.
Yeah.
And now I have so many people that followed me from the dentist video, and I'm like, what am I good for, actually?
Yeah.
All you want from me is stories about the dentist. And like then it reaches a point where they start talking about you in third person too. Like people have conversations in your comment section
about you in your I'm
like, do you think I don't see this?
Yeah.
But anyways, long story short, thank you TikTok for peer pressure.
Yeah, but also TikTok is a really great platform for discovery and to just share your art.
I've met some of my favorite people from social media, which is scary.
Yeah.
But alas.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag for sure. TikTok is both great and awful.
Yeah, and I do
yeah.
think about like there's all these scares about like it going away and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I think the government. Okay, never mind. We shouldn't be talking about. Yeah, we can talk about this when it's not recording.
I was just gonna say that it's a scary thought on both ends that like I am so afraid of it going away because of how prevalent it's become.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like I would be so fucking relieved if it was gone. I would be like, oh great, I can just be a musician. I don't have to be an influencer and a musician.
Isn't that crazy? Like doing your makeup in front of the camera.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about like putting your makeup on while taking a video and like putting a voiceover on it is like it works a million times better than just talking to the camera.
I know. But eventually I run out of like things to do in front of the camera.
Yeah. It's a psychological game.
It really
TikTok,
is.
like the way that you can make your TikTok more attention grabbing. It's fucking weird.
Awful. We'll get into that at a different time. Well, I'd love to know what your entree would be off of Pest. A song that kind of like represents it as a whole.
Seed.
Yeah.
I think Seed.
Would it be useless to grow? Could it get someone here I know? But would I give to be a tree? In the fall losing all my leaves. In the fall losing all my
A lot of people, I mean like
I know you phrased that with controversy.
I feel like people are like, oh, poor Madeline, good God. But Seed is my favorite. I love that song. I love playing that song. It feels like more of the direction that I want to go in.
Okay.
Because
In
I also
what
like,
way? Yeah.
I wrote Collector and Seed and Complete Circle, which is my least streamed song, but also, again, one of my favorites.
It's an awesome song, yeah.
I love that song. I wrote those a few months before I recorded them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Poor Madeline, I wrote when I was 17. So that was just like, I feel like I've just kind of done that song to death. So it doesn't necessarily like feel like where I'm at currently.
Yeah.
I feel like Seed is a little bit more representative of like the sound that I want to go for. I also just think it's like a dope song. Like I think you can like headbang to it. I think it's fun.
Yes. I went to college in Boston and I went to a lot of like basement underground shows and that song just would have been so hard.
It's my favorite to play live too. I think maybe that's why I love it so much is a lot of the reason that I like certain songs is because of how they feel to play.
Yeah. I mean, that's music.
I haven't listened to the EP in a long time.
Really?
So, yeah. So maybe I should have like done that in preparation.
No, that's okay. I think you made the songs, so you can you can answer however you want.
I think I don't know. I feel like if you ask me on any other day, I might have a different answer. But
yeah,
I love Seed. I think the lyrics are great, and I think that it's really fun.
it's super fun. It was one of those songs where like the first time I heard it, I felt it kind of like settle into itself. Like the second time the chorus comes around, I was like, oh, I get it now. Like it took a second and then it was super satisfying. So I really like that song too. It is kind of like a little bit of a deep cut, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Well, because I like Good God, I feel like would have been the entree that I would present to someone who was like just starting with your music because it's so like easy, like you're in.
It's easy. Yeah. Good God, I think the reason I used to love Good God like that, but then it became, I don't know, I have some sort of aversion to when things like get bigger. I'm like, what about this one?
You gatekeeping yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I'm all sorts of fucked up right now.
That's okay.
Yeah, I love Good God as well. I think just singing that line about come every single night.
Dude, I was gonna mention it.
Has just made it harder. I think I just like sing it too much, and it's become like, at first I was like, oh yeah, the song is dope, it's honest, and now I'm like, every night singing to a bunch of like teenagers, singing about cum. So, I played that song recently at like a So-Far show. It was an acoustic show in a room of people, and I was like, I was just like, didn't practice. I was like, I'm gonna play this song, and I was literally singing to like a room, like a very quiet room full of people on an acoustic guitar, and I was just singing about cum, and I was like, I have not sung this without a band behind me in a long time.
You like feel the line coming up too, and then you're like, oh shit.
I'm
do
like,
I
whoa.
do it?
Literally in at the Troubadour,
Okay.
I was playing that song and I fucked up the lyrics, and the only line I could remember. So I sang the second chorus verse thing first, like the cum line, and then the second time I did it, I couldn't remember the first verse, so I had to sing it again, and all I could remember is, I let you come in my mouth. And I literally just sang that like 4 times. And I was like, I was like slurring my words a little bit, because I was like, I hope nobody understands what I was like, come.
Everyone's like, they really like to talk about
Yeah,
cum.
that's just, oh boy, the direction this is going.
No, it's okay. I played like my first show in a really long time a couple days ago,
Cool.
and it was all new songs, and I didn't realize until I brought the songs to the band that like I can't write a song that doesn't have one line in it that's like really embarrassing to say
Yeah.
out loud.
Yes.
I have one song that starts with, I've been thinking of my exes while I masturbate,
Yeah.
and that like I feel like there was a groan in the crowd.
You know what? I think I love saying weird shit in my songs, because like I'm just by nature an oversharer, and
Yeah.
like I feel like music is the only way that people will accept me as an oversharer is when I'm like, I present it in a pretty way. You know?
Yeah, you put it to a melody.
It's like it's better that I put it to a melody than just like bringing it up all the time. You know.
God. I feel like we need to dismantle that. Change your opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Well, I'm on the same wave as you. I think vulgarity is awesome.
Yeah, no, and someone's got to say it. Like,
exactly. We're all thinking it.
yeah, like you're fucking
Right?
fake if you've never like, I don't know. Anyway,
I was gonna reference the cum line again, but I think we're good.
I think we have exhausted the cum line.
Okay, down.
Anyway,
Anyways,
I really love all the songs. It's hard for me to choose. It's hard for me to
Yeah.
label things as entree, first course. I don't.
no, when I was thinking about the EP, I kind of had the same thought. Like, usually I have a bit of an idea when I go through an artist's discography, but I was like, this whole thing is just like good and cohesive, and I feel like it gives you who you are. It gives listeners who the artist is.
Yeah,
all
it's
in
definitely
one.
like I feel like every song is its own world.
Yeah.
In a way, it's hard to categorize. I love them all, and I'm very proud of the fact that I love the songs that I made.
That's really good.
Which is what's making this next project difficult, because I love Pest so much.
Well, tell me a little bit about the next project, whatever you can. I can count this as our dessert.
Dessert.
Yeah. Are we writing? Are we recording? Where are we at?
Both.
Okay.
I think that I have like a lot of songs. I just have so many songs. I can't figure out what to do. But I was gonna say my dessert is this song on my Bandcamp. So I thought of it. So I want that to be my dessert.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready to give you my dessert.
Serve me my dessert.
Dessert is this little collection of songs on my Bandcamp called Cassette Demos.
Okay.
And there's this song on there called Bad Kid.
Ooh.
I wrote it when I was 16, and it is like a favorite of some of my like old friends. And I kind of forgot about it. It's recorded so bad. It was recorded on this like Amazon like really little like cassette recorder, and then like
Oh, wow.
like I'm pretty sure we just like voice memoed it onto the computer or whatever. So that song is like, you know, maybe not the best written thing ever, but it is very like, to me it feels very like visceral. Like it feels like it's a very great picture of like how I was at that age and how I felt. It's also kind of about shame. But but I met someone recently who was like, can you write out the lyrics to this song and to Spider from Crisis Kit? Because I want to get like these lyrics like tattooed on me. And I was like, that is like really fucking cool. It's like, to know that like when I was writing by myself in my room, which I still do all the time, but like when I never thought that anybody would ever hear these things or like, but people that actually like resonate. Oh, I can't speak.
No, I know what you're trying to say. Like you wrote that song for you, not for anyone to hear.
I wrote that out of like the deepest pain possible. And like the fact that like it is like helping people feel less alone, or I don't know. Like,
and it's not even like finessed production or anything.
No, God, no. It's not. It's just the song. It's just by itself. That whole little cassette demos thing, I think, is like a gem that sounds really bad.
I love that.
Yeah, because I just sat down and like recorded them all in one like sitting, and just put them on Bandcamp. I'm definitely gonna miss being able to just like write and record songs in one night and put them on Bandcamp because I'm not really allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah. Do you know the artist June Henry?
No, but I know their name because it shows up on my Spotify for like what people that listen to your music also like.
Yeah. June Henry will just literally get bored, write a bunch of songs, record them all in one take, put them on Spotify.
That's honestly, I should do that more. That's what literally Complete Circle, I wrote and recorded that in one night.
I love that.
In my mom's house. And then the only thing that we added or changed, we added the violin, and then we chopped up the piano that I recorded at my mom's house and made it like...
Yeah. You watched that sound wave come and regretted it immediately.
Sometimes I forget that I'm being recorded and...
That's okay. I think that's like a really scary but also beautiful thing to do, is to like believe so much in the lyrics you wrote in the moment you were feeling them that you're just like, yeah, this is how it's going to exist. I'm not going to edit it.
I just fucking wish that I could sit down and do that again. I don't know.
Yeah. It is. I love pop production and like beautiful, clean sounds, but I've been in this like June Henry phase of life where like sometimes her voice will like shake, or I think there's at one point where they hit a wrong chord and then like restart. And
Dude,
I love
shit like that. It feels like one of the things that I'm hoping to do for the next project is do a lot more like live recording.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, like the sound of the first voice memo of a song that you make, like just all the emotion that's in there and like that you just can never get back in the next recording.
Yep.
It's like, I feel like I want to be able to capture that in some sort of way and like be okay with it being imperfect, because it just has that magic in it that you can't really get from doing like a million fucking takes.
Yeah. I mean, not to gas you up, but I feel like you do kind of capture that already. Like, honestly, Connor and I, my producer, we like were listening to Pest when we recorded my last song.
Oh,
like,
dope.
Before we started the song, and he was like just going on and on about how it sounds like the feeling you get when you write the song. And it's not like, I feel like sometimes you live in a song for so long, and then when you go to record it, it just sounds like it's already been like run through almost.
Yeah.
And I never hear that when I listen to your music.
I always like try to put my head back in the spot where I was when I wrote it, when I record my vocal at least, for sure.
Yeah. But like the instruments, like, oh, it's just so good. Like the crunch.
Yeah, the crunch.
Yeah.
You can thank Hudson Pollock for that crunch.
Thank you, Hudson, for the crunch.
We love Hudson. It's my best friend right there.
Incredible. Well, I have a couple closing questions for you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're really serious and deep.
Okay.
If your music was a candle, I would like to know what it would smell like.
Lilacs. I love the smell of lilacs.
Is that a question mark?
I don't know. That's just one of my favorite smells. That's just what I chose in this moment.
That's good.
But I also feel like maybe like dirt a little bit.
I knew you were going to say that, actually.
Like mud, like wet dirt.
Thank you, because I always try to suggest that to artists and they give me really weird looks.
No, I love that smell. It's like the ground after it rains.
Yes. I told someone once that her music sounded like bathtub water with like rose petals in it, and they didn't like that.
Oh, like some goop shit.
I was like, that would be awesome. What do you mean? Tub water? My next question is, I want to know what your favorite sound is right now that's not musical.
It's gotta be, this is kind of creepy. It's gotta be like the sound of my bandmates breathing at night. Like, it's like in the hotel room. Like,
I know what you mean.
It's like the only question. It's like the only time I get to like actually be alone with my thoughts. Like, I'll be in the van, I'll just be like asleep, and then like I don't really have much time alone at all on tour because I'm like literally sharing a bed every single night in a room with 3 other people. Like, I don't get a second alone.
Yeah.
And so when I'm like alone with my thoughts, it can get pretty dark. But I'll be just like sitting there. I'll just be like lying there in the hotel room, and I can just hear like all these people that I love, like snoring and breathing, and like it just sounds so cozy. Like they're like little kittens purring.
Right.
So I love them so much, and I'm just so happy to be on tour and like doing the thing that I wanted to do. I'm very, very happy.
Oh, I love this.
I'm crying a little bit.
I know that, and that's okay. You deserve to be happy about it.
So much has happened so quickly, and it's I don't often like get to process the fact that I'm actually like living my dream in a way. So.
Yeah, it's like so 0 to 100 that you can't stop and be like, shit, I did it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I notice that like when you watch a movie, after the movie you can like sit there and like think about the movie, and you're like, wow, that felt like this. And then I'm like, you don't ever get a break from life to like step back and like watch it, like, because you're always living. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I wish I could like pause the movie and just like.
I have actually said that so many times. So
really?
Thank you. Well, I'm always like, I just want to like everyone else go to sleep, and like me just get to live like in peace for a couple of days and like do my laundry and like think about my life.
I just need like a second to catch up.
Yeah. I keep threatening to run away and like work on a farm, and it'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
Just for like a week.
My backup plan is moving to the mountains and making candles. So
candles that smell like dirt.
Yes. Let's go together. Let's do that.
Okay, down.
Yeah.
We'll go to the mountains of New Jersey.
Fucking Poconos.
Yes. Appalachian Trail. Well, my last question for you is, I would love to know who your ones to watch are. So who are you listening to that I should be listening to?
Screenager.
Fuck yeah. They need to release something.
Lily Seabird.
I love Lily Seabird. Wait,
Yeah?
shut up. We did School of Rock together growing up.
No way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where is Lily? Is Lily Seabird from Jersey?
No, Lily I think went to the Doylestown School of Rock, I want to say.
Okay, cool.
Did they grow up in Pennsylvania?
No, I have no clue about them. I just really like their new album.
Wait, stop. Okay, that's so funny.
Yeah. Also, Operelli is really good.
I don't know.
Friend of a friend just makes great music.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check them out. Yay. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Sorry, I'm like loading.
I was like, oh no, you hate me.
I had a great time. It was a lovely conversation.
I can't wait to go.
I'm actually very much so enjoying this.
Okay.
This was a fun conversation. I don't know if you're going to have much to use for like,
What do you mean?
I feel like I just rambled.
That's what I want you to do.
Okay.
That's like actually my whole like point of being
I
here.
hope I really hope your editor is
I'm
good.
the editor.
Okay, I really hope yeah.
Thank you.
You should just edit the part where we talk about cum for like a solid 3 minutes.
I was gonna get into that.
Yeah, no, leave that in there, please.
I am.
Good. Okay.
What do you mean?
Thanks for having me.
Sick. Thanks for talking about cum with me for a long time.
Oh yeah, this episode's gonna do great.
I
Right?
think so, probably.
I hope
Yeah. My mom will love it. Once again, this is One Still Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna.
I'm Gabby Gamberg Daffo.
Okay.